think I already told y'all that I love this book, but I wanted to show you my bookmark. I thrifted this a few years ago. It's from the Year of the Dragon, Y2K, baby. Really cute. Reminds me a lot of a bookmark I have from my mom's childhood with a unicorn on it. Anyway, I got this letter from me, Alexon, so it's mail time. Let's get into it. It has this gorgeous print and this gorgeous sticker, but we're looking at the print first, and on the back is some sketches. I love how she always puts sketches on the back. And then the sticker is amazing. The colors are so pretty. I put this in the back of my phone case, and now that I saw that beautiful bird, it's time to try to make some beautiful birds of my own based on some pictures I saw on Tumblr. I get a lot of pictures of birds that I draw from this Tumblr called Herps and Birds, Herps and Birds. They post a lot of photography of birds from all over the world and kinds of birds that I didn't know existed. So love that, and they're real bird pictures, not AI, so that is obviously a plus. But yeah, I was sitting out on my porch while I did this painting and just worked on it throughout the day and kind of let it dry in between each section that I worked on to avoid messing it up. I think this ended up taking me all day because I was waiting so long in between each section, but I got their cute little feet. It's always scary trying to do something like that when you're just going straight in with paint and no sketch, but trying to challenge myself. Although I do think I like the look of paintings with sketches more. But what I didn't like the look of was that shade of blue. It wasn't the right shade of blue. So going back in with darker and darker blue to give this bird the vibrance that he has. And he has red feathers on his butt too, so we're gonna add those in. And then green on the back. I don't remember the name of this bird, but I know I edited it in. And you can see now the sun's starting to go down, but there's pretty good lighting, all things considered, on the porch at night. Okay, and yeah, he was an azure-breasted pitta, and those breasts were not giving azure before, so I had to change that and bring in some deeper blues, and that's basically it. I was also listening to Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, and here's the birds. I outlined their eyes with a glittery gel pen. And now it's dinner time, so I love making my own hamburger buns. I don't know if anyone cares for the recipe, but if you do, let me know and I can post it in the comments. But I just got it from TikTok. It's not my original recipe. But we got that yeast going and she's all fluffed up. And then I always forget to leave the butter out to soften beforehand. So I had to microwave it, and I forgot to put something over the little glass measuring cup it was in, and it exploded all over the microwave. So that was cool, but my boyfriend ended up taking care of it, so I didn't have to. And yeah, these buns were kind of a mess, honestly. I think I added too much flour, and then I tried to solve that by adding another egg, and it was just not ideal. But we still ended up with something usable. So here's my little dough baby, and ripping it up into chunks so I can get 8 kind of even pieces. And I was still listening to Sharp Objects. I got so far through the book today. I listened to it literally all day. I was just on the porch listening to my book, doing the dishes, listening to my book, and now I'm making burgers and listening to my book. And now we're appreciating the beauty that is Nibbles, the jelly cat mole. I gave him this cute little ribbon with a little heart-shaped bead on it, so Fucking frog boy. Hey friends, it's quite chilly, but I thought we could check in. So I just finished reading The Year of the Griffin by Diana Wynne Jones, which was the sequel to The Dark Lord of Dirkholm, and I loved this series. They were so good. Loved them. Okay, so I just got 2 books in the mail. I ordered 2 more Diana Wynne Jones books from the Thrift Books website. So I have here one called Dog Body. It says that the dog star Sirius is tried and found guilty by his heavenly peers for a murder he did not commit. His sentence to live on the planet Earth as a dog until such time as he can carry out a seemingly impossible mission, the recovery of a deadly weapon known as the Zoy. And that's like only half of the back, but yeah, we'll see about that, and I'm sure it's gonna be good because I've loved every single Diana Wynne Jones book I've read. And then I also have Cart and the Quitter, which is book 1 of the Dalemark Quartet. So we'll see. I've enjoyed every series that I've read by her. This book is from the mid-90s. This one looks a little bit more modern. Well, I'm not sure about the story, but like the printing. Yeah, this book is originally from 1975, and this copy is from around 2012, it looks like. So, but then also at the bins today, I found this. It's called Black Sunday, and it's by the author of The Silence of the Lambs. So I thought that could be fun to read. I assume a horror. I didn't really look that closely at it. I just saw that it was the author of Silence of the Lambs and thought that might be something cool to check out. Since it was at the bins, it was literally 25 cents. So if I don't like it, it's not a big deal. Apparently this is about the Super Bowl being this, and then it's the scariest place on earth because there's going to be a mass murder and an assassination of a president in this book. So that's crazy. We'll see, because I don't like sports, so we'll see how I feel about it being centered on the Super Bowl. But yeah, I'm not sure which one I want to read first, so these are my options. Well, I have more options. I have more books that I want to read as well, but these are the ones that are brand new today, so I'll probably choose one of these for my next book. So I just got like 2 pages into this one, and I'm getting red flags, and then I looked it up, and this book is actually about a Vietnam vet being recruited for carrying out a terrorist attack by a Palestinian extremist group, which I don't want to read this shit. This is just sounds like shit. Sounds like bullshit. I don't need this book. Okay, here we are at my trash can. I didn't really properly articulate my feelings on this, but basically the issue with this book is that it's anti-Palestine propaganda. This was written in 1975, so that doesn't really have anything to do with it. They're still hating on them to this day, and I don't fuck with that. So yeah, usually I would just, donate a book back if I don't like it, but I don't think anyone should be reading this one. So into the trash it goes. I think this is the first time in my life I've thrown away a book, but this is no good.
Wanted to draw in bed, or I should
so people are stopping buying from them.
Yeah, makes sense.
My guys are super hot.
That's okay. Aww. So cute. Have a good day. Whoa. Do you see that? No, there's no spoon. I think it's just a kind of crane.
The gentleman beckons through the leaves.
So welcome to watching me do another art hang party. So if you would like to follow along, obviously you're not actually going to have enough time if you're following along with me, because this is sped up a lot because this is over an hour of drawing footage. But in this art hang party, we were drawing Australian animals and getting a little fun fact about each and every one of them too. That's Fitzroy Turtle. I think he like breathes out of his butt or something crazy like that. And the first one we drew was the cassowary, which I drew once before for Burb Fest, but don't think I even knew they existed before that. And next is the mistletoe bird, which is beautiful blue and white and red and black bird. And I was just trying my best to make these watercolors blend together, but not blend together too much. So I ended up having to dab and let things dry before I moved on. But I think he turned out pretty cute in the end. I just kept building up the color, and yeah, now he's done. And one more little guy to finish off this page, or two little guys, I think, actually. Yeah, two little guys. These are tree kangaroos, which are so cute. I didn't know about these guys either, that there's a whole different species of kangaroo. Well, I'm not sure exactly how it works. Like, maybe they'd be different species. I don't know anything about science. I used to be really into science, but like in school, but have not retained any of that information. Okay, and next up here we have the thorny devil. We were doing randomized times for this session, and the randomized times have a wild card. And when we did the wild card, we got draw this with only circles. But I just wasn't feeling that. I just wanted to draw his spikes, so I did. I'm sorry for not following along. And then here's another animal I didn't know about that is so cute. It's just called the Euro, like spelled just like just spelled like Euro. There you can see it. So cute. I definitely was not following the actual times with these. The fact that I was using watercolor made me go a little bit slower because I needed to wait for things to dry in some places, especially before turning the page. So yeah, I might have cheated on the times a bit with these, but that's the advantage of doing them as a replay, because you can just do whatever you want. You can just draw the pictures and you don't need to care about the time. But I still tried my best to follow the time as much as I could, because I do think that's a fun challenge. This guy was quite a struggle to draw because we couldn't see his whole body. It was just kind of a close-up of his face, and you could see his hands. That's a couscous. But I tried. I think his hands turned out pretty okay. And then here is a Tasmanian devil. They are so cute. Tried my best with him also. I think he turned out pretty cute, if I do say so myself. If you are wondering about what materials I'm using here, I think I've might have even discussed this already in this video, but just to repeat myself, just in case you're curious, this pen that I'm using is a bent tip fountain pen filled with platinum carbon ink. So once this ink has dried a little bit, then it is safe to use with watercolor. It doesn't really hold up to like water-based markers. I think that's too much friction, but works well with watercolor, as long as you don't go in like immediately. You just need to let it dry for like a second first. But yeah, here's the echidna, not Knuckles though. And here's the little platypus. So cute, but so hard to tell what is going on with his back legs and everything since they're so obstructed by the water. But I just kind of gave him a random little paw thing. I didn't feel like drawing the water, so he's just floating in space. And he turned out pretty cute. And what do we have next here? Oh, this is the puppy dog. A little puppy dog. I find dogs so hard to draw. I don't know if his face maybe turned out a little too human. I don't know. I made his body too big though, so I just went in with some whiteout to get rid of that extra line. And then a koala. You can't draw Australian animals without the koala. They are the classic. Even though they're kind of evil, but that's okay, aren't we all? Painting him in gray, and I did kind of a little weird moment with the box around him, like leaving it open at the top. I think it looked pretty cool though. And okay, I think maybe these are the last ones, or actually no, I think there's at least one more after this. But anyway, here is some just regular kangaroos. So yeah, I definitely would not have drawn a kangaroo straight up with pen with this much confidence in any other situation, but Art Hang Party makes it possible. And then the little baby Joey turned out so cute. Okay, here's our last little guy, just throwing him in some empty space that I had left on the other page. He's a quokka. And now we're all done, so let's look at the finished pieces. Yeah, you should look up Melissa Martin's channel, or just search Art Hang Party here on YouTube, and she has a whole playlist with like hundreds of videos. You can choose your theme, but this theme was really fun. Would recommend. Here's some close-ups of all of my little guys. Pretty happy with how they turned out. I even kind of like the dingo in the end, even though he is a little funky. But yeah, here's some scans so you can see things a little bit clearer. And thanks for watching me doodle. Hi friends, I'm sorry I'm just saying hi as we're ending the vlog. I didn't really film like an actual intro for this one, but my name's Raine. I go by Sylvanici for my like artist name, and that is for Sylvanian families and Tamagotchi. These guys, and then Tamagotchi. Those are my guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. This was just a more chill vlog. I had a lot of fun putting together the songs for this one. I felt like I made a very cohesive soundtrack for this playlist. It's just all Animal Crossing music from, and a lot of it is from Rainy Days and the middle of the night. And yeah, I'm loving fall so far, and it's not quite over yet, but we still have a lot of vlog footage to catch up on. This was actually around October 22nd, and my next vlog is going to be from around Halloween. I don't know how I got so behind. I'm filming a lot of stuff, but I don't want to make every video an hour long. It doesn't matter, but if you want to see all of that other nonsense that I'm talking about, then I'll see you here again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.